Folks, next guest is a retired United States Navy SEAL, former Deputy Commander of United States CENTCOM, and former Director of Strategy and Defense Issues at the United States National Security Council. That's big stuff right there. That's quite a resume. He's also a member of the JINSA Iran Policy Project. Happy to have back Vice Admiral Robert Harward. Thank you so much, Vice Admiral. I know you're squeezed for time. There's so much going on. Bring us up to speed. So the Trump administration hits Iran for 13 days straight. He pounds them. He hits infrastructure. He pauses for 3 days, and Iran tries to strike some ships of ours in various ports around the Middle East. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, here comes Saudi Arabia hitting Iran. Please game this out for us.
Sure, it's easy. Look, Iran's running out of options. All they have left is some missiles and drones. So they got to show they still have some power. But inside, the frog's being boiled at a tremendous rate. Not only did the Saudis strike, Lebanon signed an agreement with Israel to try to get rid of Hezbollah. You're seeing others willing to go into the fight against the Houthis. So everything Iran has left is under pressure. And I think we're all slowly watching the end of the Iranian regime. It's just a matter of time now. And you can see that also from the internal dynamics where they did executions in Isfahan yesterday, and the crowds revolted in protest, and they had to shoot people. So this frog is being boiled slowly but surely.
Admiral, surely, you say slowly but surely. My problem is I'm watching what's going on. These Iranians are nuts. I think they look for a reason to die for the cause, and one of them would be fighting back against America and Israel, the evil Satans, big Satan and little Satan. But can we bomb them into submission? I have maintained from day one that the only way there's going to be regime change within Iran is by the Iranian people pushing back. And everyone says, well, they're going to get shot and killed by the IRGC. Well, I'm not sure about that. Sometimes enough internal pressure would say, we don't like this regime anymore. We want something else and demand a change. Do you really think we can bomb them into submission?
No, I agree with you. This is going to have to end up internally, especially for the government. But you see more signs of that coming in. If we could have provided air support for the people to take over those forces, we could have done that. So I think all that stuff is being coordinated now, in addition to this political support we're seeing from Arab nations and others. So again, I think it's a matter of time. As you said, the strikes are effective. Financial pressure is even more powerful than the military power, and all that contributes to the internal power of the people to be able to take this government. So I think more coordination can happen, but ultimately I think that's how this will all play out, as it did in 1979.
Admiral, these things intertwine, right? So military conflict, kinetic use of weaponry, interest rates, prices here, midterm election coming, right? Couple of months, 97 days till a midterm election. We have to hold the House, we have to hold the Senate, or things are going to get really dicey in America. This is a very unpopular war. Like it or not, the hardcore MAGA really is in favor of doing what they're saying. Trump says he's going to bomb the effing S out of Iran if they don't stop. Yet this has happened time and time again. Meanwhile, prices go up at the pump, $4.15 a gallon. We just saw interest rates becoming a problem. We're seeing markets tumble because they think Wash has to raise interest rates. It all ties in. So for a long time, I'm going to say this again. Since day one on War Room, 250 days ago, I said, stop now, get out, let them go, let them be who the hell they want to be. We need lower prices. We need the midterm elections. If we keep at it, sir, and prices for oil go up, and gasoline go up, and food go up, we're going to lose the midterms. Where are we then? We might have a complete turnaround in D.C. with no support for any of the military action Trump wants.
So I think that's one place you and I, Eric, are diametrically opposed. Elections, interest rate, gas prices are short-term pain, but the long-term ramifications of undermining the Islamic Republic, what it's been able to do in Lebanon, Yemen, Iraq, and the rest of the region, much less undermining China and Russia and the evil axis, is the long-term objective. That we accomplish that, and the region becomes as prosperous as any part of the world, more so than Europe, considering the amount of oil, and people, and the price of oil for Americans, inflation will dive off the cliff. So again, I'm thinking long term. You're looking at this short term. I think
Absolutely am
the
not, sir. Absolutely am
ramifications
not.
is
I'm old enough.
much
I'm
more
old, sir.
significant to
All
us
due
than
respect.
any of the concerns you've raised. So I
All,
hear the respect, but you and I disagree on this
Okay, but you're
diametrically.
positioning me something nowhere near where I am. I'm not looking at the short term. I'm looking at the long term. I know for a fact I was here watching the American people throw Joe Biden out of office because he was senile. Sure, mostly because he ran prices through the roof, and we're approaching the same price for a gallon of gasoline under Trump that we did during Biden. It spiked higher, but when you go into an election with prices high, you say people don't care. Sir, you don't have a zero on your bank account or a negative on your bank account. You have to send your kids off to school maybe with old clothes. You don't, but the vast majority, 60% of this country cannot afford an emergency changing of a tire, $600 changing of a tire. They can't afford that. They're living paycheck to paycheck. When you bring a tank of gas from $50 to $100, they go to the voting booth knowing whatever's happening in D.C. is the reason they're doing that. We walked Bidenomics. We walked him out of D.C. because of that. I'm simply saying Trump has been amazing to this country, with one exception. This war is bringing prices higher. We could have done it. We could have gotten. There may be even still time to salvage the midterms, but we ain't going to do it, sir, with your idea of bombing the S out of Iran. Personally, how's this? Let Israel do it. Support Israel. Give them the munitions. Give them the money. Give them the intel. Let Israel do it. Our fingerprints aren't on it.
Eric, I'm disappointed you tried to put words in my mouth. I never said I don't care. Of course I care. I care about the American people. And I think, and again,
I said
you said
the American people don't care.
Let me
Sir,
finish,
I
please.
said
You're
that
interrupting me.
you said, and you did, you
Do you
said the
want me to
American
speak,
people
Eric,
don't
or
care
do
about
you want to
prices now.
speak? Okay. What I said again, I'll say it once more. In the long-term interests of prices, inflation, a change of the government in Iran is in our best interest. I think that's what the president understands, and I hope we're moving to an end state where this will be where those flow of energy to the West and the rest of the world puts us in an economic situation that isolates our adversaries, be it China and Russia and others, as opposed to the current situation we're in. So again, I do care about the American people. I do care about inflation. I do care about costs. But I would think us flooding the market with dollars, as we did after the great financial collapse, had a bigger impact than the current situation we're in today. So again, don't put words in my mouth. Listen to
I didn't
what
say
I
you didn't,
say, and
sir. I
let's
never
be
said you didn't
accurate.
care. I was repeating your words. You said the American people don't care about prices in the short term because they're worried about a bigger picture. I contend no matter how many times we bomb Iran, no matter how many bombs we drop on Iran, they'll never change. The IRGC is not going to say, okay, that's enough. They'll take it to their grave, and it may be years before any regime change happens this way. In the meantime, let Israel handle it. We'll support you. We'll finance you. We'll finance your war. We'll give you the intel we have. And then it's not us. And then prices don't have to be $5 a gallon. God forbid, $6 a gallon for diesel, which we're headed there, sir. We're in. Okay, listen, I will hope you're right. But I have a hunch if there's a 4 handle on gasoline and a 5 handle on diesel at election time, we're going to lose the House and maybe even the Senate. Listen, I'm being real. I don't want it to happen. Trump's amazing. But let's be smart about our energy policy. Final thought.
I support the president's position on removing the regime to ensure that they no longer present threats to the world economy, us or our allies in the region. I think the strategy and path he's pursuing right now will accomplish that.
Got it. Sir, really appreciate you having always heated debate and always good to have someone who'll, just duke it out with you. Appreciate your time. Admiral Robert Harward, member of the JINSA Iran Policy Project. Thank you.